Hello, my name is Aniket Chakraborty, and I am a ninth grader at the Academy of Science and Technology. I have created an app called ClassKing. Recently, I have noticed that many of my peers struggle with the fast-paced curriculums at my school. This gap in efficient learning appears to be the result of a lack of specifically targeted study resources that correspond to the specific content taught at my school. I realize that oftentimes, when concepts remain unclear even after class explanations, students have to make do with highly generalized study guides that they find online so that they can quickly grasp the subject for their rapidly approaching subsequent assessments. This made me worried that a large section of my class was being left in the dark as they never fully received properly targeted study guidance to understand their topics. My goal when I started working on ClassKing this year was to provide everyone in my class with equal and properly crafted study resources that actually match up with what is taught at our school. With the aid of a popular study tool called Quizlet, I've been able to create and publish several resources that my peers have used on a daily basis. I created ClassKing using JavaScript and a renowned user interface library called React Native. ClassKing is an educational app that stores a collection of useful study guides that correspond to class units being presently taught in one school. Upon opening ClassKing, users are displayed a screen where they may choose a subject to study and find related topics to select from. For demonstration purposes, a small batch of subjects have been shown. Students are able to select a specific topic and visit a related Quizlet study guide. Within the study guide, they are first prompted with the match game mode. The goal of the match game mode is for students to prove a firm grasp of the concept. They must connect related terms at the fastest pace possible so that they can memorize and solidly understand each term in a concept. Students are also able to use a variety of other study modes for their learning purposes, such as Learn, Test, Flashcards, and Spell. The Learn study mode begins with a series of multiple choice questions that train the student to quickly recognize the term. These questions progressively get harder and start throwing written questions and different varieties of questions that get the student adaptive to more complex types of question answer situations. The test study mode allows students to create a custom mock test for the topic being studied. They're provided with an option for multiple choice questions and written questions, and they're provided with a series of multiple choice, written, and other types of questions. And based on these results, they're provided with a mock score to suggest what concepts they must review and what concepts they have a firm grasp. The flashcard study mode allows students to read over terms, definitions, and other important concepts at their own pace. It provides the reader with all the terms and definitions associated with the unit so that they can read over it and quickly understand it for tests. Lastly, the spell study mode prompts students to type out the actual definition for terms so that they get a grasp of how things are spelled. This builds the students' tendency for accurate answering. Currently, ClassKing holds a collection of biology and AP Human Geography study sets. The biology study sets go over key terms and concepts for biology units such as protein synthesis, DNA structure, and cell transport. The AP Human sets focus more on the regions of the world with mapping labs. These study a specific region by its location and definitions and specific events and facts that need to be known about it. For example, a mapping lab over North Africa and Southwest Asia might go over its major cities, physical features, disputed territories, and some major conflicts such as the Saudi Arabia and Iran conflict. Students are able to review how to use the app in the Help and Guide section. In the How to Use section, a detailed list of basic controls and other good-to-know pieces of information for better users of the app are provided in a list format with quick controls to view specific information that a student might need to know. For example, the help guide includes the fact that Quizlet supports a landscape mode of view better than portrait. So when a student struggles to use the app in a portrait mode, they can visit the help guide, click on the Quizlet control section, or more specifically, how to view Quizlet, such as how to view it clearly, to find that the horizontal mode is much better for usage. Many of my peers have found ClassKing useful for their study. In fact, almost 80% of my class batch has made use of my app for proper studying for tests. My ongoing goal with ClassKing is to expand to more subjects and cover more units in a proper manner to aid a wider group of students. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this quick presentation of ClassKing.